Attitude fans want you to believe that that era is the best and convince you they will try. Now, nostalgia aside, it's time to bury the Attitude Era and just let it die.
And here we go.
Is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Glad you stopped by. And if you're brand new, welcome. Grab a seat and stay a while. But do me a couple favors first. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Go next door, ring that bell. Make sure it says all so you know when the next video pops up. Hit that like button. And before you head out, drop a comment. And if you're one of the regulars here, welcome back for another round. I ask that you also hit that like button. And before you leave, drop a comment, because YouTube does love the comments. And of course, share the video out on all social media. The Attitude Era of the WWE, or as it was called back then, the WWF. A period of programming ranging from November of 1997 to around May of 2002. An era that is heralded as the greatest era the company has ever seen. But was it? An era that started with the Montreal Screw Job did have some high points in some stories, the crowd pops, and a new crop of superstars to take the reins. But it was also mired with storylines that pushed the boundaries and not always in a good way. So let's take a look at the Attitude Era.
Here we go.
Now, to say that the Attitude Era was a product of its time is an understatement. It's the time of the shock jock on radio. Names like Morton Downey, Wally George, and most notably, Howard Stern. On TV, you had raunchy daytime talk shows like Geraldo Rivera, Maury Povich, Sally Jessy Raphael, and the undisputed Sultan of Smut, Jerry Springer. Now, you take these elements and sprinkle in some sports entertainment, and you have the formula for what was the Attitude Era.
That's fair.
Now, with this brought storylines of a much more adult nature, storylines that, with the ability of hindsight and recent events, we can see the beginnings of the power fantasies played out by the depraved mind of Vincent Kennedy McMahon Jr. Storylines that, when you look back, kind of make your skin crawl.
That's putting it mildly.
Now, that is not to say that there were no good stories being told during this time. The almost never-ending feud between Vince McMahon and the face of the Attitude Era, Stone Cold Steve Austin, was pretty much the backbone of everything. Everything always kind of came full circle and came back to Stone Cold versus Vince. It's everything else where the cringe really begins to happen. For starters, you take one of the most prestigious titles in professional sports entertainment, and put it around the waist of the characters of a pimp and a porn star, a combined 3 times.
Seriously?
Oh, and that porn star character did have a brief story that ended with his dick being cut off.
Yikes!
You also have a storyline of obsession and, frankly, stalking, as light heavyweight champion Dean Domalenko was so obsessed with female star Lita that he started stalking her relentlessly, even going as far as to go into the women's locker room while Lita was taking a shower in only her thong. True story. And as bad as that is, it pales to the numerous stories of infidelity played out by Vince McMahon. The in-story affairs of people like Tori Wilson. You had another story involving female superstar Candice Michelle. Even an affair with, at the time, top female star Trish Stratus, which put his wife Linda into a catatonic state where she was forced to watch all the goings on from a wheelchair. And those are the ones you saw on TV, because even the WWF creative at the time took this proposed storyline and said, Vince, we can't do this. When his daughter Stephanie was about to give birth to her first child, he wanted to incorporate a storyline that would call the parentage of the child into question. Vince wanted an angle where it would be believed that the child was the product of an incestuous relationship with her brother, Shane, or be the product of an incestuous relationship with Vince himself.
Ew, gross.
Now, I could go on and on and on and on and on, but I think you get the idea here. This new era is already better than the Attitude Era for 3 reasons. Number 1, the level of athleticism in this era, the way the superstars train, the maneuvers they do in the ring, the execution is already better than the Attitude Era. Number 2, stories. I mean, can you find a better story in sports entertainment? Professional wrestling. That's right, professional wrestling than the Bloodline. When Roman Reigns came out as the Tribal Chief almost 4 years ago, and this storyline's still going to continue into WrestleMania 41. This is a 5-year story, guys. This is an epic saga of storytelling in professional wrestling. And number 3, this era is better by default because it is out of the hands of Vince McMahon, which automatically makes this era superior.
Well, you're not wrong.
But hey, you guys keep clinging to that Attitude Era, waiting for them jangling keys and, oh, you remember this? You remember this? I remember this person. I remember that person. Because the more you cling to this bygone era, you're starting to sound like these sports entertainment, professional wrestling equivalent to Disney Star Wars fans.
Ouch.
That's right. I said it. But hey, these are just my thoughts. I'm going to turn it back over to you. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Be sure to check me out tonight, about 5:15 p.m., simulcasting here as well, the weekly Rogues Gallery hosted by Iron Oxide. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, folks. Again, quick reminder before you head out the door, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, hey, thanks for sticking around this long. I appreciate that. I will see you guys all very soon. Hope you had a great week. Have a great weekend ahead of you. And always have fun. Hashtag keep talking. And always keep that smile on your face. Toodles.